Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Sam, continue,
Yeah.
please.
It was just that song when it was originally written wasn't going to be about the Hunchback of the Morgue. I don't know if we had any idea what we were going to, make the song about, but it was really just a carcassy sounding song. But I thought Hunchback of the Morgue would be a perfect movie to sing a sick song about.
Yeah,
Probably my favorite Paul Naschy movie.
yeah. I think mine's Werewolf Shadow.
Oh yeah, I love Werewolf Shadow and Count Dracula's Great Love too.
Yeah,
Hey, Count Dracula's Great Love. I think that's the name of the fucking movie.
yeah,
Let's see
yeah.
here.
It's I forgot what it's also known as. All his movies are.
Yeah, several titles. Yep, that's the one I've got.
Damn, my Paul Naschy section's over here too. Like,
I bought this one from a friend a while back. You like this one?
oh yeah, Joe
That's,
D'Amato, right? Yes,
yeah,
Joe.
it's a nasty little one.
Yeah, he's my favorite director after Lucio.
I like Don't Go in the House so much. I've got two versions of it. I've got this one. Oh no,
Yeah, I can see.
I'm holding it upside down like a dumbass.
I saw the 18. I know.
Okay, that. Where's that other fucking? I got just here it is. Yeah, that one.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Was
ain't much.
was that a steel book?
No, no, no. It's all steel book. It's that one was the Severin one, and the first one I held up was the Arrow one.
Okay.
Yeah. I got so much stuff. It's ridiculous. It's good to have possessions, but sometimes it's like, hell, man, you forget what you have sometimes.
Yeah. I know. Me and my wife, when she was alive, she liked collecting old toys, and I collected the horror stuff. So we had one room in our house. It was our collecting room,
Okay.
and it was like a miracle you could even walk in there because there's so much shit. But it was actually we had it arranged. It was we knew
Yeah.
where things were. We put it together this way.
Yeah, I've got my stuff together, but I just have
Yeah.
tubs and crates and boxes every damn where.
And then when you find something, then you're all surprised and be like, "Oh man, I didn't know
Yeah.
I have this."
That's what I've been doing here lately. I've been putting CDs in cases, stuff I've got in trades that didn't come with a case,
Yeah.
putting them in, cases and everything. And I've still got a few of them to find cases for, but stuff like that, you just, I don't know, you get hundreds and hundreds of something, it's easy to forget,
Yeah.
especially when you start getting old.
Yeah. You have no idea how many times I bought the same movie at the horror conventions. It's like I can't fucking believe it. And they wanted, $25, $30 for this. And meanwhile, I got two copies of it, I find. It's like,
Yeah. Do you collect horror magazines like Fangoria and Gore Zone?
yeah, I used to have every issue of all of those, but
That's awesome.
that was an older collection. But I do
I've got
collect them when I can see them when I find them.
I've got the first 100 uh Fangorias
Uh,
and the whole first series of Gore Zone. I know it came back out a few years ago or whatever. I don't have any of them. I just
yeah,
have the the original ones, and I had some other stuff, but I got rid of it. Just stuff I wasn't as into anymore.
How
You
about
know how
deep
you accumulate things and then you end up having stuff, and it's kind of like, you know what, I could have really did without this.
red? Yep. Do you remember Deep Red magazine?
Well, I remember it, but I never owned any of them. I wish I did. I've
Yeah,
got some of the books and things like that that Chaz Ballin put out that are called Deep Red, but as
yeah,
far as the horror magazine, just like, the Gore Zone and Fangoria type magazine, no, I never had any of them.
yeah. I got all I got 6 or 7 of them. I think there's only one issue I don't have, and that's the last one,
Okay.
which might have been issue 7. I'd have to go look. But I bought them all from this dude at the Cinema Wasteland Horror Convention here.
No.
For years and years, I'd bugged this dude because he was selling it, but I didn't want to pay his outrageous prices.
Yeah.
And then I talked him down even on another book Chaz wrote, Horror Holocaust.
Yeah.
I got that for $60. It was originally going for 100. Then I go look on eBay and the prices got cut in half. But fuck, I could, you know, I guess I got the deal I was looking for after all those years, right?
Yeah.
I,
I hate that I did this, but it was actually a good thing. In the end, I used a couple of my old Chaz Ballin books to make those collages that
oh,
are the covers. Yeah, the covers of the Your Kids on Fire
yeah.
album. I mean, I used other things too, but I used his books. I kind of hate I did that, but it was for art's sake.
Yeah, that's why you're supposed to buy two. I learned
Yeah,
one,
I know.
one to keep and collect, and one to cut up and post all over the wall.
Yeah. I got them in high school, so that was like the '90s for me, and yeah, they lasted a long time, but they those are. I know there's a lot of fanzines and stuff like that that are supposed to be really good, but
Yeah,
I just ain't patient enough to track every single thing down anymore.
I did one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Blood Feast Incorporated.
Okay,
I started that in '92, and then I did 11 issues,
that's cool.
and then my wife later died, and then I moved in with this girl, just as roommates. I didn't
Yeah.
really know her too well, but all my friends knew her. She was and she was a burlesque performer, so I can't complain about that living situation. Despite well, and all the girls would come in. I'd get to see some things there. I hope you're not watching, Emily. Shit. Now, what was I talking about? I hate when I do this.
I'll do it too, man. I've had too much reefer over the years, so my memory's spotty.
Well, whatever I was saying, it had some importance. I don't know.
Talking about your fanzine.
Oh yeah. Okay. So before I ruin it again. So Emily tells me that I should do something to keep my mind occupied, so I'm not thinking about Stella all the time. So I'm like, well, I used to do a fanzine. I could start that up and just start it up at issue 12. So 17 years later, my zine came back. And then I went up from issue 12 to 19. But I interviewed some big people like Jim Wynorski and shit, who else? I'd have to go get my magazines, but I interviewed a lot of big people. Maria Olson. I don't know if you're familiar with her. She was in the remake of I Spit on Your Grave. Dave Deja Vu, the one that
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
original
I know what
director made. Maria played that crazy woman in it
okay.
that cut her that woman's head off. Well, you'll see on my Facebook page. I walked the red carpet with Maria. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, I'm a big Hollywood type.
Yeah, it would be cool to, do a fanzine or something like that, but I just I
It
don't know, I
costs too,
guess everything else, I don't have the time.
or
I
the
think they're
money.
cool though. They're definitely cool, and I know there's a lot of really badass ones from the 80s and 90s, that
Yeah.
if I've seen, some of that stuff online and everything, and it would be cool to own some of that stuff. But like I said, tracking down every single thing, I guess you eventually got to get to a point where you realize it's impossible.
Yeah.
You just drive yourself insane.
Yeah. I watched a video today about this guy. I think he owns Haunted Hotel Records. He finally completed his Agathocles collection.
Oh, Ralph, yeah.
Is that his name, Ralph?
Yeah, that's the guy who put out Chainsaw Devil, the second Your Kids on Fire CD. Do you have that one?
Yeah, I have that one. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have the first one, Alt 6 and Necroticy?
No.
I think I might have an extra copy of it
Cool.
if you'd like to have a copy of it because
Definitely. You know,
most,
I love
yeah,
that band.
well, most of the other people I know have a copy of it, or what I'm saying. I will send you one. It ain't no big deal.
Okay. Thank you for the beautiful package too, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad I finally got it sent to you, man. I hate to tell somebody I'm going to do something and then something happens and then I can't do it.
So,
So, man,
just getting back to the music real quick.
yeah,
You've listened to my radio show.
yeah.
Now, I play your bands usually pretty much every week.
There's a
Especially,
lot of you play a
uh,
lot of stuff.
yeah. Does that make you feel good to hear that?
Oh yeah,
Because it
anybody.
makes me
I
feel
think,
good to play it. That's why
I
I
think
asked.
anybody that's in a band, they would be a liar, in my opinion, to say they don't enjoy stuff like that. Being in these playing this kind of music, you don't get a lot of accolades. I mean, the
Yeah,
people that are into it give them to you,
yeah,
but you don't get a lot of credit. Which that's not necessarily why you're doing it, but it's always nice to you
yeah.
know for something like that. Oh yeah, I definitely like it.
That's cool. Because sometimes I get insecure doing the radio show because it's basically 4 hours of yelling and screaming, you know, and
But
there'll
that's
be
cool though, man, because if you live,
people want to hear it. I have more listeners on that show than the classic metal show.
I haven't been able to listen to much of the classic metal one just because I'm usually doing stuff when that one is on, and
Yeah,
that's in. I can usually listen to a little bit of it, but like the first hour or two of it, that's usually the time of day when I'm doing stuff, and I I dig it though. I love heavy metal.
yeah.
That's why I say I'm a heavy metal rocker. There was an interview with some band. I don't remember who it was. It was years and years ago, and they were talking about how they're into music real big and everything, and he didn't say nothing like, "Oh, I'm the most brutal, gore spewing fucking guy on the face of the earth." He's like, "I'm a heavy metal rocker." It's always stuck in my head. I think it's funny, but it's also the truth.
Yeah, yeah. Unlike maybe somebody like from Cradle of Filth, some people I think want to be rock stars. Nothing against the guy from Cradle of Filth. I mean,
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying, man. Some people want all that. I just don't see. I can't see something like that happening to guys that sing about gore and horror movies.
yeah.
I just don't see it. I mean, Carcass is really big now, and it's cool that they're back together. But I don't really dig the stuff they're doing. I don't think it's lame, but it's like if they were doing stuff like the first two or three albums,
Yeah,
I would be a lot more impressed. But it's been a long time since they played that stuff, so nobody can really blame them for having different ideas now. But it would be kind of funny in a way to see some band playing songs that sound like carbonized eye sockets and all that
yeah.
stuff off Reek of Putrefaction, being really famous like they are, but
You never know in this world.
uh, no, you don't.
It's like we used to get made fun of for listening to Metallica back in the 80s. And now these same assholes all wear Metallica shirts, and I won't have anything to do with Metallica. and it
Yeah,
and it's like death metal's become popular too.
yeah, it has.
It's like,
This is off the subject of death metal and all that. I meant to ask you this. Do you like Black Death? Weren't they from Cleveland? The
oh
old
yeah,
heavy metal
Black Dot.
band?
Yeah,
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 I really like them a lot.
yeah,
I didn't discover them until later, but shit's really fucking good.
yeah. They were the first. There was back then. There was two all black heavy metal bands. Well, there was Black Death from Cleveland and Sound Barrier, but I can't remember where Barrier was from.
Well, okay.
But Black Death is definitely heavier than Sound Barrier.
I heard that the guitarists kind of were in conflict with each other because when you listen to that CD, like some of the leads sound quieter than the other ones. Like maybe they're like, turn that shit down, turn me up kind of, situation. But
I
it's
never
still
noticed.
still badass though. I really liked it a lot. I haven't met anybody from Cleveland that well, I don't know anybody from Cleveland area besides you. But I haven't met anybody that has been from there that also has heard of them. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
because a lot of people are not necessarily into people that like brutal grind and all that kind of shit.
yeah,
Aren't always into heavy metal too. But
yeah,
I think it's good to listen to all that stuff. But everybody's got their taste.
yeah. Hey, I listen to Buddy Holly. I still love Buddy Holly as much as I do like gruesome stuff relish or like your kids on fire.
I listen to all kinds of shit, man. When I was a teenager and my 20s, I didn't really. It was brutal stuff all the way, but yeah, I like all kinds of shit, man. I even like soft rock. I grew up hearing that stuff with my mother. That was the kind
Yeah.
of music she really likes to listen to, and I like some of them songs like the Jets and shit like that. I like some of that stuff, man, and it kind of cracks me up because when I was younger, I would never admit to liking anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I grew up with big top 40, the Captain and Tennille was big back then and Boston. But
Yeah, I
then
grew up here in Boston.
Huh?
I said I also grew up here in Boston. My
Yeah,
brother liked them a lot. He's older than me.
yeah. But then I also listened to like I got into like Uriah Heep and the Scorpions and Mata Hoople.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He Scorpions is some tough shit, man. I like both of them.
I must have been, I'm thinking I was born in 66, so 76, I was 10. And I had to have heard the Scorpions. I'm guessing I was 13,
That's
would be
cool.
79.
That's my. You're the same age as my older brother. He was born in '66.
Yeah, it was a good year. Yeah,
uh,
God, I grew up with all that. Angel, I remember the band Angel. When you listen to them now, they're not very heavy, but back then they filled the gamut. I guess.
I just really enjoy the guitar work of the heavy metal stuff. Just
Yeah,
all
Wheel
the
Shake.
all the great guitar leads and stuff like that. Speed and insanity rules, but I like to hear that. Just I really get into that zoning out type of stuff. I love the Scorpions, especially the '70s Scorpions, and
Yeah,
them songs, especially the ones Uli Roth
yeah,
wrote. They've always got some kind of tripped out guitar stuff in them. I love
yeah,
that shit.
yeah. That's the stuff that I love, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
I
listen to it all the time.
I don't know if you heard anything off the Scorp's new album, but man, I don't like it. Everybody's saying how great it is. I think
I
they just
don't think
want
I'd
to
like
say,
it either.
huh?
I don't think I would like it either.
No, it's cheesy and it's horrible. It's nothing. It's not. I mean, I like Blackout. Even Blackout was a much better album than this. I think people just want to say that the Scorpions have a great album.
Yeah. No,
And
I mean some bands. I don't care what anybody says. Some bands are just get past their expiration dates. People say.
yeah,
I'm trying to think what it was I heard the other night on YouTube. It was band from the late '60s, early '70s, and they were still together. Damn, who the hell was that? And it just, I'm sorry, man, I couldn't get into it, even though they were playing songs I liked. It just the songs didn't sound the same, which that was a long time ago. Obviously, they're going to sound different, but it was just too. It was just too. Oh man, I couldn't dig it, man. That's all I can say. But hey, I'm all for seeing that stuff. If like for instance, I seen Robin Trower probably about 10 years ago. Man, he wore it out the whole damn show. It was heavy as hell. And playing the shit out of that guitar and moving along with all the notes he's playing and everything, and that was really good. And hell, he's got to be 70 years old
yeah,
or
yeah,
so. And I mean, I love that. If bands from that era can still play like that, hell yeah, I
yeah.
want to see it. But some of them get out there, and I mean, I hate to sound like I'm ragging on them, but I just can't get into some of it.
Some of them can do them and some can't.
Yeah, some of them can pull it off, and some of them can't, man. Like I seen Coroner at Maryland Death Fest. I love old Coroner. Well, they played pretty much nothing but songs off Grin, which I'm not into that album. But when
Yeah,
they did play some older songs, it was cool. But Mass Jackal, the really crazy guitar part right before the lead break, like he was getting ready to play that, and his fucking guitar came unplugged. So like the
oh
crazy,
no.
the part I was wanting to see the most that I just blows my mind still to this day. It was like, damn man, that was kind of a letdown. And if they'd have played more of the older songs, I would have enjoyed it more. But I'm sorry, it's hard to get into it when they're playing stuff that really isn't anything like what you grew up.
Yeah.
But you grew to, you know them by, you know what I mean? Just when I think of Corner, I think of all them crazy, just almost kind of shreddy kind of guitar parts, and Grin was just like, it's,
Not.
yeah, not like that at all. You said it, man. Yeah, I've seen some other bands that have got back together at Maryland Death Fest. I went a couple of times a few years ago, like a couple of years in a row, and I got to see some good stuff. But there's a few things I was like, "Dang, man, that was a letdown." But hey, can't please everybody.
Yeah, I know. I wish. Well, I was excited for Maryland Death Fest, even though I didn't go, but I watched it on YouTube, and I like it. I think I would like Obscene Extreme better, just because like the bands. Like I watched a video of the bands that played there this year. Oh my God, Vamenoyer played, PLF, all these really
Yeah, there's a lot of bands at that damn thing for sure.
they didn't have a lot of grindcore type of stuff at Maryland Death Fest. I don't know.
The years I went, there was quite a bit of that kind of stuff, but
Really?
years after that, it seemed like there was less and less of it. Because I got to see Die Pigeon Die, uh, Hemorrhage. Uh,
Hemorrhage? Oh man, awesome.
I didn't get to watch the whole thing because I was, you know, taking a breather, but I got to see them, for a few minutes anyway. And it's so the place they were having it at for a few years, that Sonar or whatever that was. There's so many people there, man. It was insanely packed. Even the most calm person would get claustrophobic. I was just like, okay, I seen him play for a few minutes. I'm good. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go rest my legs because that's standing up like that for 12 hours in the sun. It'll wear
Yeah,
you out.
yeah. Did you go this year?
No, I
No.
went. I think I went 2010 and a couple of years after that. I went. And I seen Autopsy when they first performed.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Did you watch them on YouTube then when they just played this year?
No, no, I didn't see any of it, any of the Maryland Death Fest stuff this year.
You gotta look up the autopsy. This one girl, she keeps this dude's laying on the ground. People are running in circles around them, and she's just putting her pussy right on the guy's mouth, and he's like eating her out. And then she would get up from like almost falling or something, and then they do it and try doing it again, and this is all while autopsies on stage playing.
Yeah, it's pretty wild there, definitely. I'm not from a city that's near as big as Baltimore, so when I went there, I was like, "Holy shit, man! It's a big fucking city." And I had never been to a show where there was that many people either, so it was like, "Damn, man, this is intense for me because I'm not a I'm not a real lover of crowds and never have been. But
Yeah,
if you want to go see shows, though, you have to deal with it. So I just, try to make the best of it.
yeah. Okay, Sam, we got 10 minutes. It gave me a warning.
All right.
Oh, look, there's the time up there. Well, look, I learned something new today too. I like my new mask.
Damn great pumpkin.
Yep. I don't know what he is.
Yeah.
I don't want to show the other mask I got yet. I'm going to have my friend who's a girl. I'm going to have her wear it,
Okay.
and then maybe I'll ask her about horror or something. And but that other mask is way more frightening than that one. All
But
right.
I guess real quick, I'm gonna try to put some more living putrefaction stuff out this year, and hopefully we'll get to do that next Liquified Cadaver Ooze recording that'll get released. So
Yeah.
keep you out for that. Of course, I'll keep you informed.
Maybe you can do a split with Onion Terror
Yeah.
or the Cannibal.
Oh yeah. We could figure something out.
Yeah. Okay. How can people get a hold of your music? And what?
Well, Haunted Hotel still has some copies of Chainsaw Devil, I think. Acid Redux Productions has Jackings in the Morgue,
Yeah.
and they may have some of the 7 inches, the split with the racer that we have
Yeah.
still. And Grindfather Productions has some of the stuff, and otherwise they could just try to get a hold of me. If I have stuff, you can always get it from me.
And
I
you,
won't rip you off.
yeah. How can they do that on Facebook, Bandcamp?
Facebook would be the best way. I'm on there, Sam Bowling, so I'm not hard to find.
Okay, Bowling.
Yep, just like the sport.
Yep. We used to have a show in Cleveland on Channel 5 every Sunday. It was called Bowling for Dollars.
Yeah,
And they'd come out and win. Cleveland's a totally well, used to be a very ethnic type city. All things Polish and
yeah.
weirdos like me.
Oh, hell, man. Weirdos are okay in my book.
Yeah.
I'm one myself, so it's perfectly all right.
All right, Sam. Well, thank you. We finally made this happen.
Yeah. Hopefully, people might have learned something that they were curious about, or maybe not. But I sometimes I can ramble on.
That's good. We have a voice to go with the music, a face.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I have other videos I've made with your kids on fire, especially. I think I did liquefied cadaver ooze on one video I made.
Okay.
So I'm always playing your bands. That's why I asked you that question, like, how does it make you feel? Because
Oh, it does. It makes you feel good, man, because
it makes me feel
people get.
good to play it and have people like it because of
Oh, I appreciate it for sure, and people get to find out about your bands that way when people
yeah,
play them and share them. So it's a good thing, totally.
yeah. And once I love a band, I latch on.
And there's nobody around here that plays our music, definitely not around here. So
I
get
gave
a
I gave
go
my
ahead, buddy.
well, I'm sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
No, I was telling you go ahead because you're just trying to talk.
Oh, sorry. I gave my friend Eric some Your Kids on Fire. He does a show on WCSB here. I wonder if he's played you guys yet.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of that show. Uh, but hell, who knows, man? It'd be cool if he did. I don't,
Yeah, I could ask him.
oh yeah. Well, I appreciate it, bud.
Awesome. I appreciate you coming on and doing this. We finally got it going here.
All right, man.
And I love your music. I love all your bands. I'm not just saying
Oh, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you like it.
that. All right, Sam.
Talk to you anytime, man.
Okay.
All right, take it easy.
Okay. Thanks for the interview.
Okay, buddy, take it easy.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.